Good morning and Merry Christmas, everybody. Before I continue on and say anything else, I just wanted to wish you a great, a wonderful, and a safe Christmas for you all today. Whether you're spending your time with your family, friends, or heck, even by yourself, I just wanted to wish you all a wonderful Merry Christmas and just a wonderful holiday, just period. This is a movie that you guys have been requesting me to review for quite some time, especially when it comes down to Halloween horror reviews, and I do apologize that I haven't reviewed this movie for Halloween horror reviews, but I figured that today is Christmas, and since that the incredible remake comes out today, which by the way guys, please check this movie out, the remake I should say, it is absolutely incredible. I thought that I would finally review a movie you guys have been requesting for such a long time now, and guys, for today's review, I'm going to be talking about the original film that arguably set the template for horror films to come, and with today's review, I'm here to talk about 1922's NOSFERATU, A Symphony of Horror, directed by, I believe, F.W. Murnau. Just want to make sure I got that right. Holy crap, I actually got it right, but I don't know if I got the pronunciation wrong. I do apologize if I butcher the pronunciation. Seriously, my deepest apologies if I did do so. So, NOSFERATU, or NOSFERATU, A Symphony of Horror, is a German silent film in which we follow a character named Hutter, a real estate agent who is assigned by his boss to go to this big mansion, this castle that's occupied by a character named Count Orlog, so that he may sell Orlog an estate that is just across the street from his own. So Hutter goes to this estate, this big mansion, this big castle I should say, to sell Count Orlog this estate. But not only does Orlog take particular interest in this estate, but he also takes particular interest in his wife. But worst of all, Count Orlog is a vampire. Before I continue on with today's video, I just wanted to say, welcome to my channel, everybody. For those of you who are coming by my channel for the very first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss a feature video, whether it's a feature review, a reaction, a top 5, or whatever I have coming your way, and join me on my journey to 10K subscribers and beyond, because believe me when I say this, guys, you are not going to miss the cool stuff I have coming your way. And for those of you who are coming back to my channel, by the way, welcome back, everybody. You have no idea how happy to see your faces once again. And let's start our conversation below as well. What did you guys think, if you have seen this film, by the way, of the original NOSFERATU? And have you seen the Werner Herzog version? Have you had the chance to see Robert Eggers' remake? Which version do you prefer? Let me know below. Alrighty guys, so let's get into NOSFERATU, or NOSFERATU, A Symphony of Horror.
Excellent!
This is a movie that ever since I want to say I was about, give or take, 9 or 10 years old, I have always heard of NOSFERATU, and this might be a huge shock to a lot of you out there, especially those of you who have been watching my channel since really damn near the beginning. Before today, no joke guys, or actually, I watched this before Christmas Eve, and I filmed this a couple of days early, but I wanted to get this thing done for Christmas time. So anyways, get back to the point, guys. This is a movie that before a couple of days ago, I had never seen NOSFERATU, which I know may come as a massive shock, especially those who know me personally, because for those of you who know me very well, horror is my favorite genre of all time. Hell, I do a segment every single October called Halloween Horror Reviews, so I know it may come as a shock to a lot of you that I've never seen the original film, or the Werner Herzog film for that matter, but the image, well, there's actually 2 images of Count Orlog that have always stayed with me. One of them being this image, and of course the other one being that iconic shot of when Count Orlog goes up those stairs. NOSFERATU, if you'll ask anybody, is one of those, I guess you can say, really landmark films that is essentially the blueprint of not only vampire films, but also horror filmmaking in general. So yeah, what I'm getting to is that yes, this movie is absolutely incredible. There is no other way around it to say that yes, NOSFERATU is an incredible film that, while I was watching this movie, I could totally understand, even though I'd already seen the two shots in this movie regardless. This is a movie in which I could easily see why a lot of filmmakers, especially Robert Eggers himself, has taken inspiration from this horror German silent classic. This is a film that when it comes down to the performances, I could easily spend minutes talking about everybody, but the one performance that I want to mention here, come on, it's Max Schreck as Count Orlok. Max Schreck, to say the least, in this movie gives such, to say the least, I don't want to say scary performance. In each frame you see Max Schreck, he gives off this vibe that the moment you see me just think, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. He gives a performance that is terrifying, otherworldly, off-putting, and you know what? He absolutely accomplished that. Something else that I gotta talk about, as y'all can imagine, is F.W. Murnau's directing. It is absolutely incredible, just with the sense of how much you use your own creativity and what you capture in your cinematography, and what you'll get as a result is really one of the most iconic horror films of all time. But how he's able to capture that sense of awe and dread just in general, I thought he did an incredible job. His work with his cinematographer, which by the way, I do apologize that I don't remember this person's name, I'll put their name right here. Whether it's the shots on the boat, Count Orlok's castle, the incredible wide shots, the stunning wides able to capture of countrysides, of the mountain. I think there was a court order that had them say, hey, you need to destroy every single copy of this movie. And you know what? For the copies that still exist, I am so grateful they do. And hopefully one day, there will be some type of access, some type of permission to be able to release this movie in 4K, because man, this is a movie that I would love to see how it looks in the 4K format, just to see how the contrast, the black and white cinematography here would look on a 4K television. Another thing in particular that I absolutely love about this film is the musical score. The musical score of NOSFERATU is just, I cannot describe in words how much I absolutely love this musical score. And if it's, by the way, available anywhere, MP3, CD, vinyl, I will own this score somehow, because the score of this film is so bloody good. I would have loved to have been in that audience for the very first time to experience not only the first showing of this movie, but to hear that score live. They had no idea what they were in for in seeing this behemoth of a horror film that would live on for over a century. Going on to one more thing that I guarantee you guys are going to ask, and that is this. Which movie is better? This or the Robert Eggers remake? Honest to God, you guys, I love both movies. Both films are incredible pieces of filmmaking.
Well, that's just fucking great!
Issues? Nah. No issues. Go on.
And here we go.
So overall, NOSFERATU, A Symphony of Horror, is not just a classic in the horror genre, but it's a classic, period. There is a reason why this movie is considered a landmark for the horror genre, but it's a landmark for film and film history, period. NOSFERATU is a movie that chilled and scared audiences over a century ago, and today and modern times, I personally feel that this movie still has that power over a century later. All in all, I'm gonna give NOSFERATU, A Symphony of Horror a 5 out of 5. It still has that spine-chilling touch over a century later, an incredible piece of filmmaking. I hope you enjoyed my review of NOSFERATU, A Symphony of Horror. If so, please hit the like button, or if you disliked the review, hit the dislike button. If you guys want to see my previous two reviews, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I'll see y'all next time, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everybody.